Hey everybody, this is Dust for the Stone Gaming. Just a friendly reminder, if you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving us a thumbs up button here on the channel. Alright, so into some Grixis Death Shadow. Deck we've played several times of late. This particular list is a little bit of a change from what we played last time. The main deck, the only really change was we cut one Serum Visions to add a third copy of Lightning Bolt. I noticed that I like to have interaction on the early turns against some of the more aggressive decks. Decks like humans, decks like the various counter company decks, etc. And it's nice to have a little bit more reach against some of the control decks. Beyond that, the other Ceremonious Rejection and Disdainful Stroke for Ceremonious Rejection for obviously the artifact decks. And Eldrazi. Disdainful Stroke can hit some of the same things along with Tron and Valakut decks, which can be a bit problematic. Stubborn Denial hits anything that's good with Negate. Liliana the Veil, good against control and small creature decks. Leyline the Void against the graveyard decks, which have been kind of rising and falling of late. A couple copies of Abrade for artifacts and when you need another lightning strike effect against creatures. A couple young pyromancers when you need sidestep some graveyard hate, also good against the smaller creature decks and control decks. Anger of the Gods when you need some more sweepers against the smaller creature decks, things like humans, things like the various other tribal decks like spirits. You also need something against sometimes you can bring it against burn, but I think usually the spot removal is good enough against burn. And then Engineered Explosives, it's kind of your catch-all. You know, anything from 1 to 3 or even 0 can knock out a Chalice of the Void, can knock out an Ensnaring Bridge, other various problematics. Yeah, it's interesting, Space Marine. How are you doing tonight? Which is unusual for you, because you don't normally like anything that's not straight hard control. So, I think that's a compliment to this deck. But, beyond that, got the 4 Gurmag Anglers again in this build instead of the 3-in-1 like we've run in the past. So, let's go ahead and hop in some matches. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this league tonight. I am a little bit tired, so see how this goes. Did you go to ICG last night? How'd that go? Yeah, it certainly can be. It's kind of like the successor to the Grixis Delver decks, except Death Shadow hits a lot harder than turn 1 Insectal Aberration can. But generally speaking, you definitely want to clock your opponent. This isn't a deck that can, especially with the move away from the Kolaghan's commands, this deck cannot be quite as controlling as it was when it first came out. And I honestly think that's the kind of a correct move. You definitely want to move away from trying to grind, especially as the graveyards have come under more and more attack of late. This is a weird hand. So on one hand, yeah, I was trying not to, but I had some other stuff I needed to get done. This hand is really close. I think we're going to keep this hand, but obviously we need to hit a land drop on our Street Wraith for this hand to be really good. Come on, show us a land. Like, obviously, speaking of that, we might be up against that now. I'm just going to play this here. Obviously, it was risky keeping a no-lander, but this hand has huge upside if we were to hit a land. And it looks like we're going to miss on all counts here. to say if this is one of the Arclight builds or just straight Pyromancer. Looks like one of the Arclight builds. Alright, so now we're faced with the task of, do we want to Serum Visions or do we want to disrupt them? I think we're supposed to disrupt them this turn since we're basically a turn behind right now. Tormenting Voice, Lava Spike, Lava Spike. I think that's a pretty easy take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just gotta be a little bit mindful with our life here. You also gotta remember, Tom doesn't play as much Magic as he used to either, so he's more shop owner than player most of the time now. Alright, that's good. Hopefully we hit a land here. So we can... Huh. Kind of in a weird spot here, aren't we? This is gonna hurt a lot. Grab a Blood Crypt. Yeah, we're dead to any burn spell here, which kind of sucks. Yeah, Death Shadow. Did you draw a burn spell? Nope, just Faithless Looting, sure. Could still die. No, I guess we can't die to a burn spell this turn. But ideally we'd love to find... This card's Mountain, so we know nothing about what's in their hand. Not much of a difference between 3 and 2 here, so go ahead and grab the Swamp. Cast. Do we cast Serum Visions though? Because Serum Visions, like, it doesn't matter if we don't have the Stubborn Denial anyway, it really doesn't matter. I don't think we want this Inquisition here. Well, to be fair, Friday nights are usually a little bit... Did you draw a bolt? If you drew a bolt, I'm dead. Anamorphose, okay. Gotta make us sweat it a little bit. And we got Lava Spiked. Fair enough, kept the greedy hand, got punished. Maybe I wasn't supposed to fetch the red source there. Huh. Yeah, it's possible I wasn't supposed to fetch the red source and just let the bolt be dead. Definitely want the ley lines in this matchup. Probably want the Abrase in case they have the, both to kill their early creatures and to deal with, Shrine of Burning Rage if that's their sidestep plan. Probably cut a Street Wraith, a Gurmag Angler. Beyond that, what cards do we not want in this matchup? Cut a Singleton Dismember. We still want some answers to, Bedlam Reveler should it resolve. And maybe like one copy, couple copies of Thoughtseize here. And then what's up, O'Doyle? How you doing? Leyline can go to the bottom. Battle Rage can go to the bottom. Sweet. 4-color control, that's interesting. What was special about their 4-color control variant? Man, we are drawing a lot of lands. Grab Blood Crypt here. Kind of feels bad to deal this much damage to our souls in some regards. I think we're just pitching 2 lands here. Not exactly the best openings we've had. Playing around Stubborn Denial, either deliberately or intelligently. It's all 4 copies of Faithless Looting. Angler's decent here. Maybe I shouldn't have been so hasty to go after our... Yeah, Telling Time's a pretty good card. Finally got our clock. We know our opponent probably doesn't have any Arc-like Phoenixes. So they probably would have discarded them. This could mean Reveler. That'd be kind of unfortunate here. It's a lot of interesting stuff. I'm just seeing a lot of cards here. Swift Spear, sure. Hopefully we have enough kill spells to get there before they can kill us. Fortunately, we know one of our... I guess we've fetched this since then. It's possible, man. Hopefully you'll be able to test that theory out next year. Sure. You're bolting my face. That's probably a good sign for my Gurmag Angler. Alright. Bedlam Reveler. Dead Bedlam Reveler. any removal spells up. Yeah, that's one of the positives of playing in different environments, is you also get exposed to more different styles of deck lists too. You have another bolt? Okay, guess not. Just gotta fade one more bolt to straw step. If they have a bolt, they have a bolt. Tormenting Voice, yep. Getting a lot of looks at a lightning bolt. Eidolon, really? Hmm. Oh well. The problem though, I'm not doubting you're testing their Space Marine, but the problem with testing against yourself, if that's specifically what you're doing, is your results tend to become inbred because you tend to play the most favorable lines. This is Mulligan. His hand isn't great, but it's fine. Another Inquisition. I don't think so. Especially since we're going to get Inquisitioned. Probably lose our Death Shadow or our Inquisition here. We have to take our Inquisition. Interesting. Cliffs. Possibly. Could be Pox, could be a lot of other things. Could be Jund just letting on Swamp to avoid damage. Nope, looks like Jund. That's unfortunate. Well, I mean, if that's what you're doing, good on you. I get hit by another discard spell next turn. Yuck. Don't think we have a way to play around that right now. I almost would rather hope they go away this turn. Instead, they're going to cast Inquisition and probably get our Snapcaster Mage here. Let's run out the Snapcaster Mage. Because we know that's the card we'd be losing anyway, so may as well run it out. Shadow's not bad, although... Do I Faithless Looting here? I guess. Guess we run out Death Shadow. I mean, we're gonna... Fatal Push? Nope. Looks like they were just on the old discard plan. Or I guess they could have Bloodbraid Elf here. Kind of rough, though, having two not exactly favorable matchups right off the bat. But that's Modern sometimes. Oh, of course you hit Fatal Push. Why wouldn't you? That said, our draw wasn't terrible either. Okay, so they have two cards. Tarmogoyf. Alright. Do you have a removal spell? Smells like a lightning bolt. So I'm aware this puts us dead to Bolt, but, you know, whatever. Kolaghan's Command? That's gonna be a rough one. There's already an instant in the graveyard, so we'll just go ahead and kill that. So put us to 1 if they don't draw anything. Robert Confidant. Just 1. Ooh! We got ourselves a piece of candy. That's how you punk out Jund. That was lucky. If you mean by well played, well, I mean, I did take a couple lines that were set us up to win, but thank you. Good old Jund Areno. Alright, I don't think I want to bring in ley lines against Jund. Definitely want to bring in Liliana. Definitely the engineered explosives. Possibly stubborn denial. Like, we could bring in Pyromancer, but they can outclass it pretty easily. But I guess we need another threat to cut down our nonsense here a little bit. But is that enough? Like, is answering the 3-2 really good enough? Like, I don't think the 3-2 is the problem. The problem is the card that comes with it, usually. They could have Kalidas, they could have Huntmaster, they could have Olivia Voldaren, they could have Chandra. Like, I mean, they have stuff they could have. It's just, like, the problem is we don't usually have a hand, so counterspells aren't usually that great. This is the matchup I usually like to have Dreadbore in, and this build doesn't have Dreadbore in it. So, I guess we, like, get rid of, like, one Lightning Bolt here. I'll answer that here in a minute, Space Marine. Need to get rid of something here. I guess maybe the other Battle Rage, since this is more of an attrition matchup. So Jund plays out more like Jund, which is not necessarily a problem, but you're still suffering from the Jund problems. You got your Tarmogoyfs, you got your Death Shadows, but the Jund version doesn't play Snapcaster Mage, which is obviously an important card. The Sultai builds haven't really settled on anything yet, so sequencing to see what they've got. Assassin's Trophy, if they keep it, which they probably won't. So maybe that was too quick firing off the, whatchamacallit there. Okay, so their hand is all kill spells. So I guess we take Trophy and dead their removal spells here. I don't think we cycle our stuff yet. I think we want to minimize, like, exactly how many plays our opponent has. Presuming they'll fetch here, which means we... That's really ironic, because they could really use that Assassin's Trophy now. But there's no guarantee this Gurmag Angler alone will be enough, obviously. Can we Gurmag Angler next turn? So card 4, card 5, card 6. Yeah, we can Gurmag next turn, I think. Go grab another Black Source here. Shock this in. Cycle that. Stubborn Denial. So is it... I guess we can't actually... is it better to wait a turn? Scavenging Ooze, Fatal Push. Like, our graveyard's going goodbye this turn anyway, so I guess we just take the Kolaghan's command here. Like, if they want to... So they have, like, 1 turn window to draw answer to this. Alright, Goyf is annoying. There's already an instant in the graveyard. So... Can I just bolt Goyf to get it out of the way? Don't think I can risk Serum Visioning this turn. Attack with the zombie fish, see what they do here. No, I don't... I guess we could push Goyf and bolt Scoos if they play it next turn. But that's just it, is Grixis doesn't want to play a grindy game. Let's hold up the Stubborn Denial here. Because we know their hand right now. They're only going to draw 1 more card here, so we don't care about Fatal Push right now. Scoos is mildly annoying. And they can make it a 3/3, but we can still kill it with Bolt here. Land, please. There we go. That's the card we were looking for. Bolt, this stupid thing. Do have to be careful of Raging Ravine, though. Like, we know their last card in hand's Fatal Push. We don't care about Fatal Push right now. Say, why would you push your own dude here? Sure. Street Wraith and Engineered Explosives. I don't think we want Street Wraith. I do think we're interested in Engineered Explosives as an insurance policy. Stubborn D here. Next turn we can play Pyromancer as a chump blocker and keep attacking with Grimag Angler here. Are they playing on chump blocking here? Wow. Alright. Looks like we're going to Chumpty Chump. Alright. Playing out the Pyromancer. I don't care if they push this. It's whatever. Inquisition of Kozilek, huh? So... do this... gets us a token. Yeah, we got a Stubborn Denial anyway. I have not. I've heard of Full Grip, but the other two... Are they more up, Ethan, are they up more towards Cleveland? or Akron area? Because I'm from the Youngstown, Warren area. So somehow we got there against Jund. Not sure how that happened. That was a little weird. Oh, okay. No, I tend to play more. I tend to play more in the Youngstown area, and then go up to Streetsboro to Empire Games for their events, and then sometimes down to Pittsburgh for PPTQs and stuff. So I don't usually head over towards Akron too much. I have a couple friends that go over and play like some of the bigger events over there. But yeah, work kind of restricts how often I have weekends off, so it's kind of hard to go to like bigger events and stuff. Yeah, I'm from Ohio, Kevin. Got all the Ohio people creeping out there. Space Marine. I go to the Columbus area on occasion. My brother has friends down there. I've played at Card Kingdom, not Card Kingdom. Whatchamacallit, a couple times. They have the big events down there all the time. But it's been a while since I've been down there. Space Marine, Grixis has the advantage of Temur Battle Rage and Stubborn Denial. Yeah, Comic Town. I've been down there a couple times. Oh, whatever, Space Marine. You're only right across the border, like PA is that much better. Grixis has the combination of Temur Battle Rage plus Snapcaster Mage and Stubborn Denial. Don't take him personally, Kevin. He's just kind of he's kind of our quipper and joker of the group. So, he's the class smart ace, so to speak. I'm a big fan of Burn, but it hasn't. I get frustrated with decks that don't perform well, and until we kind of retooled the deck, and I stopped running into Dredge and Rock twice every league, it was getting a little bit frustrating. Actually, Burn is my favorite deck to play, but with a caveat of I don't like losing. So, especially on Magic Online, where you're gambling, basically. So, yeah, that's the correct word for you, Space Marine. You are a troll through and through. But I appreciate that, Ethan. I don't mind losing on Arena as much, because there's not really much up for, like, whatever. But it's a great grindy card, Space Marine, but it sucks in terms of Banana Lord? What is Banana Lord? Tassiger? Some versions play one of. I've played a one of in a couple of the versions a couple weeks ago. I'm just trying out the Gurmag Anglers to see how quickly. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. Okay. Delver. This is, I don't like taking 4 or 6 against a Delver deck. I think I'm just gonna grab... It's a lot of damage, man. I have a feeling we're up. Actually, I shouldn't have taken that much damage. I think we're up against wizards. I'm presuming we're against wizards here. Wow. We're up against pure old-fashioned Grixis Delver. Gurmag Angler, Lightning Bolt, Spell Snare, Terminate. Other than Snapcaster Mage, I don't care about Spell Snare. Lightning Bolts, eh. So I think it's between Terminate and grabbing one of these Gurmag Anglers. Yeah, I'll be down Columbus way here sometime this coming year. So is it Terminate or is it one of the Gurmags? I'm not gonna tell somebody who can potentially kill us here, Space Marine. I think it's one of these two cards. I'm just not sure which one I should take. I think we take Terminate here. No, it's just gotta be deny their threats. So we can kill the other Gurmag Angler. That's gotta be a little bit careful with my life stuff here a little bit. There really aren't too many big shops in the Youngstown area anymore. The only one that sees consistent medium-sized events is ICG. Everything else is just kind of like, I guess technically the Nile stores have some stuff. So they're drawing op next turn. It's Faithless losing here. I don't like putting shields down for a turn here, but I don't want to take any more damage. I just want to fetch before I Serum Visions here. I think we keep the Bolt to answer like a random threat next turn. So they don't have any red mana right now. We know 5 of the 6 cards in their hand. Yep, there's the op that we know about. ICG is located in Sharon, PA. And there's also a shop in Niles that does reasonably well, but I don't think it has bigger events. But the big shop in this area is the Empire up in Streetsboro, which is about 45 minutes away from here. So our opponent, card on bottom, and still doesn't have a land here. So Serum Visions. How many Gurmag Anglers do I want? I think we play our Gurmy out here and try to Try not to hate our lives. What are you talking about, Space Marine? See if they finally draw that red source. Nope, they're gonna draw another opt. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, what are you yakking about, man? Like, I apologize, guys. I'm having a really hard time keeping up with some of your guys' conversations as I'm trying to, like... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our opponent found a piece of candy. I have to shock themselves for this terminate here. Are you going to terminate my fish? Or are you going to play your own fish? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feels like chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight. So why are they holding up blue mana here? Huh. So can I afford to go to 5 here? I think the answer is the daily double. So put us to 2. If I were you, I'd burn me right now, opponent. Alright, well, don't say I didn't warn you, friend. You've got a friend in me. In Modern, mana efficiency is not an overvalued concept. In Modern, mana efficiency is the concept. I guess the one card I want to keep is... Dismember, maybe? Which member? Dismember. Lightning bolt to the face. Sure. My death shadows would be enormous right now. Unless you have another Gurmag Angler, you're dead, friend. Death Shadow is a deck that abuses mana efficiency. Do you really want to go to friend? Alright, I'm just going to pass with all my mana up and make you make a game action. Because I have 2 negates and a lightning bolt, so... You're probably dead, friend. GG, well played. Alright. Got ourselves a Grixis mirror. There's a lot of cards we want. There's a lot of cards we don't want. Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine. Gonna have to take you to a big event, my man, see how it goes. Alright, so... cards that are in consideration. Disdainful Stroke, Liliana, Leylines of the Void, Young Pyromancers, and potentially even Anger of the Gods. So, which cards do we not want? Temur Battle Rage is a little bit risky against a removal heavy deck, although they do have a lot of chump blockers if they get a Young Pyromancer going. Disdainful Stroke only hits their Gurmag Anglers, but Snapcaster Mages, Inquisitions. Cut a Gurmag Angler, cut a Street Wraith, maybe. Cut a Bauble. And then maybe just one Anger of the Gods. Thought Seizes aren't quite as great in this matchup. And then... Magic is easy, but variants and matchups are what make it difficult in some regards. Let's cut that Faithless Looting, since our graveyard may very well be under attack by like a Leyline of the Void or something. It's possible I've hedged too much in one way or the other. At least it's Delver and not like Grixis Control. Like Control, when we played against them, just utterly obliterated us. Yeah, I think this hand's keepable. Turn 0 Leyline plus a bunch of interaction. Seems pretty decent. If we find a second land off of our Serum Visions, we're kind of off to the races. Limits the effectiveness of some parts of their deck anyway. Yep, Delver's gotta die. No, 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 no. Just kill their shit. Yeah, plus there's only a finite amount of decks you can play and formats you can play and do well. So, there is that too. Another Delver? Okay. What's the point of shocking that in then? Have like a Spell Pierce or a Bolt or something here? Really need to Serum Visions and hit another land. But at the same time, if we leave that Delver in play, I don't think you're running Spell Pierce, friend. Oh, there's casting off, sure. We really need to find another land. Alright, well. Anybody else prepared to get this Serum Visions countered? Getting remanded, sure. Time Walk. Glad we killed those Delvers. Another Opt or something here. Thought Scour. Why'd they target themselves? Guess it doesn't make any sense to target us, huh? Considering we still have access to our graveyard. Sure. Be willing to bet one of the cards in their hands, like a Gurmag Angler or something. I'm not saying our keep was bad, I'm just saying missing land drops can be frustrating. Like, I think our keep was perfectly fine. But when we're this far down on lands and we just keep getting like remanded and nonsense, just let the Serum Visions resolve. God bless America. At the rate they're going, they might be able to hardcast the stupid thing. Seriously? This is so stupid. How did you die? Well, I couldn't cast any of my spells because my opponent decided they had to have all the remands. Hey, what's up, Brian? So our opponent's literally one land away from hardcasting Gurmag Angler. They could hardcast Tasigur here, which would be funny. Kinda hoping that's what they're doing. Yep. That's funny. Kolaghan's Command, which doesn't do much here. So our opponent's hand is literally a land, so they can hardcast their... they can hardcast their Tasigurs. Or their... Don't tell me you drew a freaking... Did you draw a Gurmag Angler, you goofy little... Seriously? Oh, I love this game. This is hilarious if we lose this game. No blocks, friend. Now your Gurmag Angler can no longer attack. Is there any difference between 3 and any other number? Probably not. Sure. But Modern's one of those formats where 2 to 4 cards can be the entire like thing. That was one of the stupidest games of Magic I've played in a long time. Yeah. Hey, Space Marine. Are you familiar at all with Magic Online and the interface at all? Well, that could be a problem. Are you familiar with Cockatrice at all? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to sell this in person one of these days. I'm not saying your deck can't beat Burn, I'm just saying I don't think your deck nearly as favored against Burn as you think it is. This hand's a little awkward. Do we keep this hand? This island's basically not anything. I still think we keep this hand. Space Marine's a darn good control player. I will grant him that much. I have not witnessed him play in person. One of these days we're going to have to remedy that. Alright, so we're keeping this hand. It's a little bit risky. Male or female? Miss on this, we're gonna really hate our lives. Really? Alright, well. Got 2 force spikes, go. Everybody ready to get Ponzed? Because I'm ready to get Ponzed. Ayo! We got ourselves a Ponza! How did I know? They had to hit the Ponza button. Why do they always hit the Ponza button? Oh yeah, we're aggressively stubbing whatever they play here. Our opponent's obviously not realizing warning bells should be going off. I left you with the Stone Rain. Nope. I guess they only know one thing. It's Stone Raining. 2, 3, 4, 5. Was his name Tony? Because that sounds like Tony. I mean, when that's all your deck does, I mean, you gotta do it, I guess. I don't think that game was over yet, but man. Yeah, that sounds like Tony. He's a pretty cool guy. I feel good, na 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 na, because I actually beat a game against pawns. Na 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 na. Alright, Stone Rain. Been a while since I've looked up a Ponza list not involving something playing against burn. Alright, so relics, abrades, scavenging oozes, beast withins, trinospheres, shatter storms. Alright, well, we're gonna have some interesting. Definitely want disdainful stroke, definitely want stubborn denial. Probably want my engineered explosives. Probably want a braid in case they have Trinosphere in this build. And I probably want any of my red spells. So angers are debatable. Lily kills Elf, but by that point the Elf's already done his damage. On the play, I'd be more inclined to bring Lily in. On the draw, I think she's too slow. Is there enough crap in their deck to warrant Anger of the Gods? The problem with Anger of the Gods is I don't think so. We'll keep Anger of the Gods in mind. The problem is relying on 3-mana spells. Got like one Gurmag Angler. Temur Battle Rage is kind of relevant, yet not. Go cut one TBR. One Faithless Looting. Because our graveyard's going to be under attack here, I have a feeling. So, one Snapcaster Mage. Just embrace it. Space Marine. Oh, well, looks like we didn't get to sideboard at all, so took too long. Delightful, we get to play our base deck against their stuff. That's not gonna end well. First time I've missed sideboarded in a while. Missed sideboarding. I think we keep this hand. Just because we have the Inquisition and potentially intercept anything here. Of course, they always have the Elf. Don't like killing their first play, but there's a chance our Inquisition can't take both their plays, so like here hate going low against them. Inquisition them, see what's going on before we decide if we're going to Serum Visions or cast another discard spell. Trinisphere, Courser, and Blood Moon. Wow, that's a holy trinity of bleep. Courser's annoying but beatable. So I think we have to take Trinisphere and Blood Moon this turn. And PN Kirin, we're going to have a tough time beating because I didn't get to board in Anger of the Gods. Even with 3 cards we really can't beat anyway. They're going to draw a land. Street Wraith's not bad here. And they have another land on top. Here are my 2 8/8s. Go. They have gonna have back-to-back PN Kirins. That's gonna be rough to beat. I don't know how we're beating these. Whatchamacallits here. So we know we have a Stubborn Denial on top. We know they're drawing a PN Kirin Nalar. What does it take to activate their ability? 3. So we're not in danger of dying this turn. So we're going to 3 here. Why would you attack? I guess they're just planning on casting another PN Kirin, huh? So we're going to 3. So if I cycle and hit either TBR or alright, have a good night, Space Marine. Alright, crap. Hacking ley lines. Dude, you know my burn list. Why are you asking me if I'm packing ley lines? No, I'm not running burn tonight, Ethan. This is going to be the only match I'm doing tonight. I'll be doing, or only league I'm doing tonight. I'll be doing other stuff tomorrow. Well, I mean, we had a Thoughtseize. Maybe I should have just attacked, seeing if they chumped. Yeah, if I would have attacked, they probably would have chumped, and then I could maybe have stayed alive with Fatal Push here. I think I might have made a mistake that turn by cycling the Street Wraith. Yep. And next card was Lightning Bolt too. Alright, well, let's get the Anger of the Gods in here now that we know they're on, whatchamacallit. Probably want Liliana in that case. Battle Rage, probably cut one Battle Rage. The Engineered Explosives. Definitely want the Abrades. Alright, if cut a Bauble, cut a Looting, cut a Grimag Angler, and a Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, Stroke probably would have been good. Yeah, let's roll with it. Alright, so Courser, Bird of Paradise, Sprawl. Just take Sprawl. Right there. Engineered Explosives. Grixis is not exactly overflowing with, Alright, so that puts me to... Really do need to find another source of life loss, huh? Come on, Thoughtseize or something here. I can't cast Big Fish, so we're just kind of twiddling our thumbs here because we're stuck at 13. Hopefully this is just Courser. Yep. Courser on top. That's almost perfect. Puts us to 10. Allows me to push their Courser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can go Death Shadow. Grimag Angler. As much pressure in play as I can. Probably gonna play another Courser here. Yeah, Grixis is not exactly flush with cards that interact with our opponent's enchantments. Sure. It's unfortunate, but c'est la vie. Blood Moon's good when you're ahead, but not so much. No, we've prevented them from casting their land destruction spells. Balos, annoying. No, one of their cards in hand is a, Courser. Bloodbraid Elf, sure. Birds, sure. Problem is, I don't have too many ways to hurt myself left in my deck here, so I think the longer game does favor them by a little bit, especially since we're cut off of casting most of our spells right now. Yep, Chandra is going to be an enormous pain in the hind end. That was a poor decision. Let's see how they decide to block here. What do they have here? It's a lot of mana. Storm Breath get us? Courser, alright. Doesn't appear. Appear that they just used mana because they really don't want us to whatever here. Sure our opponent's dead here now. Sure, Utopia Sprawl, doesn't matter. Relic of Progenitus, give you an extra draw, sure. Okay, now you're dead. the old hope I miss my combat step trick. Pawns is always a nerve-wracking matchup for other mid-range decks. Yeah, we at least got a pity chest. Yeah, Tracker might be better in Legacy than Modern. Of course, you can get Lions and play a lot faster in... Holy crap, we have 11 people watching right now. It's kind of unusual for this time of night. Just want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight, whether you're from Ohio or land far, far away like Janjovic. It's a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Next couple days we'll definitely be streaming quite a bit. I got a bonus day off work tomorrow because they wanted to cut hours, so I said sure, I'll stay home for a day. Alright, we don't have a threat, but we get a lot of looks at some cards, so this hand's a keep. Wish our opponent good luck. I like playing with Ponza. What's up, No Leel? Oh yeah, this hand's definitely a keep, Ryan. Just a question of what is our sequencing? I don't really have typical streams. I usually stream Monday and Friday mornings, and Wednesday evenings, and then any other evening I can potentially get on, but it depends on, like, family eating time, etc. So, but tonight, alright, so, Tarmogoyf, Liliana, Fatal Push. Well then. Yep, this is going to be a roughin'. I think we take one of the... Is it just take Liliana, even though we have... I don't know. Like, I guess we take Liliana here. But 2 Tarmogoyfs isn't exactly going to be easy to deal with either. If they don't rip a discard spell, Jan. Speaking of which... They play 6 copies. It's not like they don't play, It's not like they don't play, discard spells and whatnot, you know? Six copies, well, 4 Inquisitions, 2 Tarmogoyfs, or 2 Tarmogoyfs. I am tired. 4 Inquisition, 2 Thoughtseize, usually. Hey, Judge, my opponent's playing those card thingies. I can't remember those card thingies' names. So can you help me out here, Judge? I don't necessarily particularly care about collective brutality, though, is the thing. Wow. That's a hand. 1, 2. Alright, so we're not going to cycle the Street Wraith for right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The closest we're going to get to reanimate, though, is probably Claim to Fame. Here comes Liliana, here comes Liliana. Now their Tarmogoyf's going to be bigger than our crap. They're going to beat us down, they're going to beat us down, and we're going to lose to this Goyf. Well, I mean, we got a chump block. Somewhere in his sleep, War Dog is a very happy camper. Who knew The Rock had such a good submission maneuver? We have nothing to kill anything bigger than a 5/5. Oh, why did I sign up for this league with no Dreadbore in my list? Alright, so let's wait. Probably cut some number of them, Ryan. We'll wait and see, like, what all cards we want to bring in. We definitely want the Liliana. We definitely want the 2 Pyromancers and the EE. And then Stub, maybe? Cut like 1 looting. Let's wait and see what we got here. 1 TBR. Don't think we want all 4 Stubborn Denials. Well, yeah, I don't like it either, but at the same time, if we can't find our threats, it doesn't really matter if it's card disadvantage or not. Don't like cutting Gurmag Angler in this matchup, but we might have to. Guess just get rid of our Battle Rage. And then, since they don't really have that many small creatures, just like maybe 1 Mishra's Bauble, since they've got Tarmogoyfs to take advantage of it more than we do. Well then. Ryan, this is your call, man. I don't know. This hand looks a little dicey to me. I don't like Sneep. I mean, I guess... so close, though. Okay, well, I mean, at least this hand's pretty close to... Alright, well, we'll keep a we'll keep one of those on top. Actually, I probably should have done that after my opponent like Inquisitioned us. It's kind of a dumb thing, actually. Yeah, especially if we get Thoughtseize here, we're really gonna hate our lives. Well, I mean, we can, but opponent's probably gonna take our Death Shadow anyway. I was thinking about firing off the bolt there, but really wouldn't do us any good. And if they want to take the bolt, they can take the bolt, I guess. But I don't even know if most builds of black-green are even taking. I didn't figure they'd take bolt anyway. One, two, three, four, five. So 4, 5, 6. One short of cast. So if we would have cast bolt, yeah, if we would have cast bolt last turn though, we could have actually played Gurmag Angler this turn, which is ironic. Is it okay if I hit the concede button, guys? We okay with the concede button being engaged here? So I'm gonna go ahead and take a photo of this one. This will be a great. This will be a great first thing to post on Twitter. Speaking of which, I'm gonna set up a Twitter for the channel tomorrow. Yeah, when you're just not. Caption is just gonna be when you're just not meant to beat Black Green Rock. Happy to settle for the 3-2, I guess. I'm not fighting through 3 Lilianas, guys. Sorry, I'm just gonna take my loss and move on with life. Oh, that was... Alright, so... what did we learn that league? We learned that I want a Dreadbore in my sideboard again. Probably over one of these braids. That was a heck of an ending to an otherwise entertaining night. I'll have to go back through and read like all you guys were chatting about, because I like missed like half the crap you guys were talking about, like where who's from what and this, that, and the other thing. I think that's the busiest I've seen chat in a while, other than when Foz and Space Marine are going back and forth. as far as the main deck, I kind of like where the main deck's at. Other than maybe next time we'll try like a Tassiger instead of the 4th Gurmag Angler again. I kind of like the split with the various cantrips. That feels nice. Main deck I really don't have too many complaints about. The sideboard's just like the work in progress. Like, you know, like this slot, these slots, like these 4 slots are just like constantly rotating, constantly changing. You know, having a second Liliana, the Last Hope, I thought was mandatory. I think the 1's fine. The second one, hopefully, Ethan. Unfortunately, PPTQs are coming to a close, so might just have to be regular PTQs or Grand Prix or something. So, alright. Well, with that, I just want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Bitter Blossom could be worth a try if we keep running into these kind of grindy mid-range decks. I have in the past, and I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm not a huge fan of the Esper variants. We could try it again to see if Lingering Souls is better in the format. But, well, that's all I'm playing tonight, Ryan. I'll be back tomorrow morning with, like, Burn, probably. But we could try Esper. I don't know. I'm up for trying it. We'll take a look. Beyond that, I'm just going to call it a night because my brain is fried. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Just a friendly reminder, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. I'm heading to bed, bro. That's what's up. You literally pop in at the last minute. Whenever I wake up, so probably 8:30, 9 a.m. Alright, everybody. Hope everybody has a good evening.